Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're about to recap this NFC Championship game between the Rams and the Saints. Good game overall. Well, I don't even want to say good game overall because it was some bad officiating that took away from the goodness of the game. Some bad coaching decisions by both Sean Payton and Sean McVay. We'll get into that. Drew Brees, he didn't have his best game. Jared Goff seemed to outplay Drew Brees for the most part. Even though he struggled early in the game, he finished it out lovely. Um, yeah, but man, Drew Brees. Let's talk about Drew Brees. He missed quite a few throws. I say there was about maybe four to five throws that could have changed his game, but he just missed them completely, or he was locked in on receiver. He never took his eyes off. He never made the progressions to the next receiver, and that gave the Rams enough time to get pressure on him, and he was forced to throw a bad pass or just throw it away or something like that. So now I can understand the reasoning behind some of those things, mainly because of Aaron Donald, man. You have Aaron Donald on the field. In your head, you're like, all right, I might have 2.5 seconds to throw the ball. So if I'm looking at this receiver and I'm expecting him to get open, if he's not open, he doesn't break away here, then I know I'm probably gonna have to throw the ball right now because he's gonna get me off my spot. So. Uh, I could tell that probably happened a little bit. They got some pressure on Drew Brees a little bit. They only sacked him twice though, but they did get pressure on him quite a few times. I don't know the stats behind it. The same for the Saints and the Rams. I mean, same for the Rams. The Saints got a little pressure on Jared Goff, but he actually thrived in it a little bit. He did throw a scary ass pass in the fourth. No, was it in overtime or fourth quarter? Late in the drive. I think it was the overtime when Robert Woods broke wide open. He saw the blitz coming. It got picked up, but he just threw it away because he didn't want to take the chance for the sack. So, no, that was definitely the fourth quarter because in overtime he threw the pass to Brandon Cooks on the screen. He dropped it, and they settled for the field goal. So it was definitely the fourth quarter drive to settle for the field goal to force overtime. All right, got it there. But Jared Goff, man, he showed some resiliency. The Rams did as well. The touchdown before halftime was huge because it was a 13-3 game there. If they don't score a touchdown, I'm pretty certain that the Saints put this game away, and it's not even that close. Sean McVay played a little conservative, I thought. Come the fourth quarter, they were down to the 1 yard line, 4 for 1. C.J. Anderson has showed you plenty of times he's able to grind out a yard or two every single run, and he settled for three. Gave the Saints the ball back. Unfortunately, well, it kind of benefited them because the Saints only got a field goal out of that, mainly because of the terrible non-call, the pass interference by Roby Coleman. I forgot his first name. Let me see it real quick. I don't know why. I want to make. I'm just like anal about those type of things. Let me see his first name. Nikel Roby Coleman. He got away with the pass interference on Tommy Lee Lewis. And that was a game changer because if they call that pass interference, the Saints are chewing out damn near all the clock.
Quick snap. Breeze. Pass is incomplete. No flag for Tommy Lee Lewis. Talk to each other. Crowd's going crazy as there's no flag right on the Saints sideline.
Well, if Nikel Roby Coleman plays the ball, it's an interception. It's probably going the other way with it. I mean, the ball's on the other side of Roby Coleman, and
the Rams wouldn't have had much time to do anything with the ball, and the Saints most likely win this game because they most likely would have shot a chip shot field goal. It would have probably been like a 25, 30-yard field goal at most. So that changed the game. The Rams were able to execute come down the stretch in overtime, and they won the game with a 57-yard field goal in OT. They got pressure on Drew Brees in the most important part in overtime because the Saints got the ball first. I forgot who hit Drew Brees. I think it was Fowler. It popped the ball up in the air, and something Johnson. Why am I not good with names right now? John Johnson. He caught the pick, and Rams end up winning the OT. But let's get into the bad coaching decisions. So, like I already said, Sean McVay, him taking a field goal from the 1 yard line with your offensive line, one of the best running attacks in football, and C.J. Anderson putting on performance. Let me see how many yards C.J. Anderson averaged a carry. Only averaged 2.8. But you gotta admit, man, he's getting 1 yard here. There's no way he's not getting a yard on that from the 1 yard line. So that decision there, Sean Payton's decision to pass the ball on first down, and then Drew Brees threw a terrible ball. That's one of the passes that Drew Brees missed. I think he was scared of the ball getting batted down or something like that, and getting picked off. So that's probably why he threw it so low. But Michael Thomas was wide open on a slant. Underthrew that.
Quick throw, and that will help the Rams' cause. That's incomplete.
And speaking of Michael Thomas, the Rams played pretty good defense on him. I would love to see the all 22 camera views to see how they played it, because they didn't really show too many matchups. They didn't really show the replays that needed matchups with Michael Thomas and how the Rams were playing him. But he was a non-factor. He had 7 targets. I can only remember like 3 off the top of my head. I remember the first pass of the game, Drew Brees just threw it at his feet because it wasn't open. That incomplete on the incompletion on the like I just said, on the slant that was wide open. Then he had another one on the end zone overtime. Like I could barely remember Michael Thomas getting any targets here. He got 7, but I could probably remember about 4 or 5 at most. So the Rams seem to have done a good job against him. Alvin Kamara was the guy who was killing them. And honestly, man, the Saints should have won this game. But, Rams won it. It seemed like the fix was in. Let me know what you guys think. Drew Brees played a terrible game, in my opinion. He's 26 for 40, 249, 2 TDs, 1 intel. Only got sacked twice, but he had some pressure on him. And he just missed some throws here, man. He missed quite a few throws, because if he hits that slant, actually, if you think about it, man, if he hits that slant to Michael Thomas, Michael Thomas was wide open. Let me see if I can find that. I really want to know if I can find that play on Twitter. If I find it on Twitter or YouTube or something like that, I'm going to post it in the video. But yeah, man, if he hits that, I'm pretty sure that's about 7-8 yards minimum that Michael Thomas is getting, and that changes the whole possession. And they probably run it 2 straight times, and then that pass interference never even happens. They probably get the first down, run out the clock, kick the field goal, win the game. But Sean Payton, he still has the right to be mad with the non-call. And that's about it, man. Let me know what you guys think. The Rams are going to the Super Bowl. Sean McVay is probably going to be the youngest he's the youngest head coach in history, so he's most likely going to be the youngest head coach to ever go to the Super Bowl. It's going to be played in Atlanta. Should be a good game. They're going up against the Patriots, and I'm going to be doing a recap on that game too, so stay tuned for that, man. Peace.